This week on JambarTV, we'll look into YSU's resolution for Eastern Gateway students. Then, we'll talk about the band Boyscott and how to get into grad school. We'll also see how the men's and women's basketball teams wrapped up their seasons. TV, I'm Scott Chiddock.
And I'm Christopher Gillette.
At its March 7th meeting, the YSU Board of Trustees approved a resolution to offer academic opportunities to Eastern Gateway students. The resolution comes after the community college announced in February that it will pause enrollment and not offer classes after this semester. At the board meeting, YSU President Bill Johnson said the resolution will allow the students to complete higher education.
Youngstown State University is uniquely positioned to be able to help provide that seamless path for the continuum of education for the students of this region.
Johnson also said a YSU campus will be opening in Steubenville that will expand YSU's academic opportunities beyond the Mahoning Valley. Johnson said the campus is looking to strengthen YSU's brand across the state, nation, and the world. Certificates and degrees currently offered at YSU are expected to be offered at the new location in Steubenville. The Academic Senate is expected to pass a resolution that will allow Eastern Gateway students to enroll at YSU.
The Jambar recently met with YSU's new First Lady, Lady Leanne Johnson. Jambar contributor Madeline Hippard has more.
Before coming to YSU, Leanne worked as a dental hygienist for 30 years. Despite the differences between a university and a dentist's office, Leanne said her job has remained the same since making the switch in January.
I love that one-on-one time in having that unique hour with a different person and meeting their needs, because everybody's different. And that's what I loved about dental hygiene. But it's really the same thing, you know, on campus.
Currently, Johnson is meeting with each academic department on campus to learn more about how she can be involved with each one. Besides being involved in the YSU community, Leanne says she plans to provide an open-door policy for students during her time here.
You know, students can struggle. It's tough. College is tough. This period in life is challenging. And sometimes we just need to sit down and listen.
Leanne said she hopes students will share their thoughts and opinions about campus so she can work with President Bill Johnson to continue to better YSU. For JambarTV, I'm Madeline Hippard.
The Paul and Marguerite Thomas Colloquium was held at Stambaugh Auditorium on Monday, March 11th. Ben Sherwood, author, journalist, and media executive, was the keynote speaker. Sherwood was president of Disney ABC Television Group and ABC News from 2010 to 2015. He is also the author of several novels, one of which, The Life and Death of Charlie St. Cloud, was adapted into a feature film. The topic of the colloquium was free enterprise. Sherwood said change and career advancements are a constant in the world of business.
The more one advances in a career in that type of job, you just become more responsible for managing and guiding teams that get bigger and bigger. And the challenge is, how do you scale your leadership? How do you make your leadership not just influence a small team of 2 or 3 people, but 1,000 people and then ultimately 12,000 people?
Sherwood also discussed former successful area business owners such as the Warner Brothers. Following the event, Sherwood answered questions from students.
Ramadan is here, and Muslim students at YSU are observing this holy season. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar, and Muslims fast from sunrise to sunset, increase their prayers, and hold back from bad habits. The Moon Sighting Committee of Saudi Arabia announces the start of Ramadan after they spot the new crescent moon. Ramadan is also a time for reflection and spending time with friends and family. Kafaz Salem, member of the Islamic Society of Greater Youngstown, said Ramadan helps Muslims fast from bad habits.
Fasting means like holding back, but fasting in Ramadan is holding back from anything that the stomach desires and from doing anything bad we shouldn't be doing.
Muslims pray 5 times a day, and Ramadan includes another prayer called Taraweeh. Muslims are encouraged to pray it at the mosque. Alan Kanan, sister coordinator of the MSA, said she enjoys praying Taraweeh at her local mosque and reads a chapter of the Quran every day.
Celebrating Ramadan, several other religions are preparing for upcoming holidays. Christians are currently observing the season of Lent and will celebrate Easter at the end of the month. The Hindu festival Holi is also coming up on March 25th. Those in the Baha'i faith are expected to celebrate New Year March 21st and begin the 12-day festival Rizvan April 21st. Ending the month of April is the Jewish holiday Passover, which is expected to begin April 22nd and end on the 30th.
Human trafficking is an issue on college campuses across the country. A key factor is that students are away from their parents and have little support. YSU sociology professor and YSU's Coalition Against Human Trafficking advisor, Susan Laird, shares which people are targeted the most.
We see about 80% are females, a little under 20% are males, and then now we're starting to track members of the LGBTQ community. 11 to 14 nationally is the highest population being targeted.
Signs to watch for include quick intimate relationships and jobs that seem too good to be true. If you know about a case of human trafficking, contact one of the numbers on your screen.
The last time YSU had a government relations department was from 2004 to 2018. The department was created by the 6th YSU president, David Sweet. The department had one full-time staffed position, which was left vacant until 2011. It was filled by William Binning, former chair of the political science department. Binning had done government relations under Sweet and previous presidents. Binning said a government relations department is necessary for any university.
You got to at least try to fight some of that. Fight for what you want and fight against what you don't want. You don't always win, but if you don't have somebody to say something, then you're not going to have any impact at all.
Binning left the department in 2018. That same year, government affairs operations were moved to be under external relations, not being a department again until Bill Johnson's presidency.
We've worried about AI-generated essays and AI-generated voices. Now there will also be AI-generated videos. I sat down with 2 communication department faculty for their immediate reaction to a new AI video software. Last month, OpenAI showcased Sora, which innovates on previous AI video software. When prompted, Sora mimicked drone shots and animations. There are worries that AI softwares like Sora could be used to cheat and end jobs. Paul Ditchy, a senior lecturer and freelance videotape operator, said the videos didn't look quite real.
They either have a little choppiness to them, or the colors aren't quite right, or the movement of whoever's in it doesn't seem to be fluid enough, like the one with the Dalmatian. I've owned 3 dogs, and I don't think I've ever seen a dog move like that.
Dan McCormick, a communications professor, studio and broadcast engineer, and professional videographer, mentioned AI has its limits for YSU classes.
So in a class of mine, if I wanted them to get B-roll or a video of campus, there's a good chance there wouldn't be enough out there for an AI generator to pull from to create. Now that's today. Very soon that might not be an issue.
Sora is currently unavailable to the general public, with no announced release date or waitlist. A YSU policy surrounding AI is expected to be brought to the Academic Senate April 8th. For the Jambar, I'm Christopher Gillette.
Well, we've had weather from seemingly all seasons in the past few weeks, isn't that right?
Yeah, and we'll see whether that continues. For more, here's Zonde Smith.
Like usual, Ohio has kept us on our toes with the fluctuating weather. This week, it looks like we're going to have a mixture of rain and sun. I'll have a more detailed report after the break.
We gon' push it to the limit, we gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, we can ride together. So together we ride, certified. And together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, we gon' ride together. So together we ride, certified. And together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Zonde Smith, and this is your weekly weather outlook. Today, temps will reach 55 degrees with showers throughout the day. Tonight, that rain is going to stop, but we will still see heavy cloud coverage, and the temps will drop to 34 degrees. On Saturday, there will be a partly cloudy skies with cloud coverage at about 68%. Temps will reach 57 degrees during the day, but the low for tonight still will be 42 degrees. As we move into Sunday, it will be mostly cloudy at 75% with a high chance for rain. Wind gusts will also reach 28 miles per hour. There will still be a chance for rain at night with heavy cloud coverage. The temps will drop to 31 degrees. Now, let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today will be cloudy with a high of 55 degrees and an 84% chance for rain. The temps will drop to 34 degrees and the rain will subside. Tomorrow we will see a high of 57 degrees and it will be mostly partly cloudy with a low chance for rain. At night there will be a low of 42 degrees and the chance for rain will increase to 25%. On Sunday we'll see a high of 48 degrees with cloudy skies. There will be an 85% chance of rain. Sunday night the temps will drop to 31 degrees with a 60% chance for rain. At the start of the week, the high will be 36 degrees with scattered showers of rain or snow throughout the day. At night, the low will be 29 degrees and a 61% chance of precipitation. That's all we have for this week's weather outlook, but stick around because Caleb Ellison will be talking about National Nutrition Month.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question. It's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
We know you hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Why go to a school in the Mahoning Valley of northeastern Ohio, surprisingly beautiful as that may be? Why live on a campus that sits on the edge of the Rust Belt, historic and inspiring as that may be? In short, why choose Youngstown State? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the future, we take a back seat to nobody because you can afford us. And we will afford you the opportunity to build the future you want and the life you desire. Why Youngstown State? Because we care about you, your success, and our future. Together. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Welcome back to JambarTV. I'm Caleb Ellison, and this is your Student Life Update. National Nutrition Month is here, and the Cooking Club is teaming up with students in dietetics to celebrate the month. Leanne Chang, a part-time dietetics instructor and advisor of the Cooking Club, said this year's theme for National Nutrition Month is Beyond the Table, which focuses on food safety and preparation.
Beyond the Table is looking at the aspects of a farm to table, as well as being cognizant of food safety and preparation. But looking at what resources go into producing our food as well. So what happens at a farm? How are we getting the food that we are consuming?
This year, the Cooking Club and students in dietetics will host trail mix and hydration workshops in Cushwa Hall's Food Preparation Lab. At the workshops, the organizations will answer questions and give advice about how to stay hydrated and how to eat healthy in everyday life. March is also Women's History Month, and the women in sports at YSU continue to pursue personal goals. YSU Athletics is featuring women who have made a stop at YSU during their journey. Women's basketball team member and fifth-year senior Maddie Allball spoke on the family-like feel that women have in sports at YSU.
Being a woman in sports has meant to me finding a community of girls that are like-minded like me, a lot of driven, motivated, really intelligent women.
YSU's athletic family consists of female athletes, coaches, and athletic academic advisors. Taylor Blandine is an athletic academic coordinator at YSU. Blandine has been working in sports for 3 years and has made it clear that for women in sports, success comes with self-confidence.
If you just keep remembering who you are and what you put into your sport, into your career goals, into anything, then you could be just as powerful as anyone, honestly. So just stay strong and stay true to who you are, really.
Even though March is coming to an end, women will continue to make history. In 2015, multi-instrumentalist Scott Harmo Jr. released Boyscott's debut album, Goosebumps, and the release has since garnered over 70 million streams. The indie pop and rock band Boyscott started as a solo project at an off-campus apartment while Harmo attended Belmont University. He wrote and produced all 10 songs on the LP, which features collaborations from several artists. For many musicians, making an album before forming a band is uncommon, but Harmo created the entire project before performing a live show.
We basically made a record first without starting a band of just like, oh, let's make these songs. And then afterwards, it was like people were hitting us up to do shows and we were like, oh, yeah, we should do that.
Boyscott will embark on a full U.S. tour with Yacht Club with a gig set for May 3rd at Mahalls in Lakewood, Ohio. Up next, we have Alexa Radenovich giving us step-by-step process on how to get into grad school.
How to get into grad school. As the academic landscape evolves, bright minds seek the opportunity to gain a ticket to higher education. We embark on this journey to demystify the process and the materials they need to get accepted.
Located at Caffeld Hall, the Dean of Graduate Studies, Sal Sanders, explains the basics of applying to grad school at YSU.
So at the graduate college here, we have minimum standards to get accepted into the graduate college in general, right? So you have to have a minimum of 2.7 undergraduate GPA. And then you'll need a bachelor's degree with sufficient preparation for whatever discipline you want to study at the graduate level. So those are the real basic standards.
Of course, every program is different, and they may require different standards, such as statement of purpose, resume, or proof of professional experience within the field the student is applying for. Ashley Leonelli, coordinator of graduate admission, advises thorough research before applying for any program.
I always encourage students to really do their research, look at each and every single class within the program you want to pursue, and also look at what types of careers you're going for or what kind of advancement you want in your own career when trying to figure out which program you want to go to and if this is something you really want to do.
But how do you finance this academic voyage? Well, YSU has special appointments that help students pay for their graduate studies.
On our application, there's a question that says, will you be seeking a graduate assistantship? If you check yes, then after you submit your admissions application, an assistantship application will be started for you, and then you would go into your application portal, complete it, and submit it.
Although very competitive, graduate and teaching assistantships cover students' entire tuition, leaving them with only minimal fees to pay. May the doors of graduate school open wide and welcome you with endless possibilities of professional discovery. This is Alexa Radenovic reporting for the JambarTV.
And that's all we have here for this week's Student Life Update, but you'll want to stick around because coming up next, John Ostapowicz has the latest with YSU Sports.
We gon' push it to the limit, we gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we can ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we ride, we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever, when we can ride together. So together we ride, certified. It's together we ride, so we gon' push it to the limit. We gon' rise together, side by side to the finish. Down the ride forever.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University, know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because when it comes to the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Youngstown State University. Now you know why.
Why Youngstown State University? Because I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. I can do anything here. I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
All right, so who knows why?
I know why. For starters, I'm getting a top-tier education without the price tag. Can you say that? Engineering, sports, music, business. I can do anything here. I'm getting my hands dirty, learning what my friends are only reading about. I'm part of something bigger here. I'm proud to bleed red and black. So yeah, I know why. It's not a question, it's the answer. Youngstown State University. Know why.
Welcome back. I'm John Ostapowicz, and this is your weekly sports update. The Youngstown State women's basketball team finished off the 2023-24 regular season with a 13-7 record. The team finished with a 9-11 record in the Horizon League Conference, placing them as the 7th seed. The team hosted the 11th-seeded IUPUI on March 5th inside the Bigley Center in the first round of the 2024 Barbasol Horizon League Championship. The Penguins secured their first win in the tournament in 3 years with a 73-50 victory over the Jaguars. Senior Malia Magestro led the team with 18 points, while sophomore Abby Leiber scored 13 and junior Haley Theory had 12 points. Fifth-year senior Maddie Albaugh, who led the team with 5 assists, reflected after the game about her time in Youngstown.
Just really grateful that I got to play at Youngstown, and I really want this to last as long as we can make it last. And the coaches believing in a 5'3" girl and letting me come here, and all the friends I've been able to make.
With the win, the Penguins advanced to the quarterfinals and matched up with the number 2 seeded Green Bay. The Penguins were defeated by the Phoenix 94-57, officially ending the team's season. Green Bay went on to win the Horizon League Championship and booked their ticket to March Madness. Youngstown State finished the season with a 14-18 record. The team will lose 6 fifth-year players who ended their careers in Youngstown, including Albaugh, Emily Saunders, Shaylee Kirby, Dina Gerald, Paige Shy, and Jen Wendler. To stay updated with the team in the offseason and the transfer portal, visit @YSU Women's Hoops on Instagram. In breaking news here on the campus of Youngstown State University, the YSU women's basketball team just hired Melissa Jackson as the program's 9th head coach. She spent 15 seasons at Akron, including 5 as head coach and most recently a stint with Cleveland State as an assistant coach. As head coach of the Zips, she went 72-69 with 40 Mid-American Conference victories. She led the Zips to at least 15 wins in 4 of her 5 seasons, as well as trips to the WNIT and WBI tournaments. Now in track and field, senior long jumper Ty Hunt recently finished his 2023-24 indoor track season with an appearance in the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championship. Hunt finished 9th in the meet with a best jump of 7.62 meters. Hunt and the rest of the track and field team will return to action March 22nd for the first meet of their outdoor season. Now, after clinching the number 2 seed in the 2024 Barbasol Horizon League Championships, an abrupt end to the season came in the second round for the Youngstown State University men's basketball team, and a 14-6 record guaranteed the Penguins a first-round bye in the Horizon League tournament. And after Cleveland State took down IUPUI in round 1, it set up a matchup with YSU in round 2 on March 7th. Fifth-year senior DJ Burns said his experience with Murray State in the NCAA tournament has helped him with the pressure now with YSU.
You got to understand it. First of all, you got to embrace it. You got to understand it. You can't back away from it. That's one of the big keys that I feel like, once, and like you said, my experience in the past with Murray State to have an NCAA tournament team and be a part of that, it really helps me now. And I didn't realize how much it had helped me.
CSU was without their leading scorer, senior Tristan Enranuna, who has averaged 20 points per game. Through 5 lead changes and 5 ties in the first half, Cleveland State led 44-38 at the break. Both teams shot over 50% from the field through 20 minutes of play, but the Penguins shot 2 for 13 from beyond the arc. The Penguins lowered the Vikings' lead to 4 points with 4:15 left in the contest, but that is the closest the Vikings would allow YSU. Youngstown State was eliminated from the Horizon League tournament in the second round by Cleveland State by a final of 82-70. Leading the game in points and rebounds was Burns, who had 17 points and 18 rebounds. Burns finishes the season with 22 double-doubles, which places him 3rd in the nation as of March 10th. Fifth-year senior Brandon Rush put together a 15-point performance for the Penguins. Youngstown State finishes the season at 22-10 overall, going 8-7 on the road and 14-3 at home inside the Beagley Center. That's all we have for sports this week. Let's send it over to Exande Smith for her weather recap.
At the start of the weekend, there will be cloudy skies and temps in the 50s. The chance for precipitation will fluctuate throughout the weekend, with Saturday being clear and sunny. On Monday, temps will continue to drop with the high being 36 degrees, and we will see the precipitation become a mixture of snow and rain. That's all we have for JambarTV this week. Stay safe, Penguins.
Support for JambarTV is provided in part by the YSU Foundation and the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.